We've already had the pledge. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll, please?
Councilwoman Taylor,
Present.
Councilman Brooks,
Here.
Councilman Calafaro,
Here, ma'am.
Councilman Butcher, Councilman Jackson,
Here.
Councilman Green,
I'm here.
and Councilwoman York.
Present.
The purpose of the meeting is to hear the appeal of denial of an alcohol permit for break time number 74 at 8800 Jewella Avenue and Gas Max at 8100 Mansfield Road. Do we have any requests to speak? We have none. Okay, we will hear from the Shreveport Police Department.
I was coming to do an update. Oh,
Yeah, we can get them too. Yeah, if everybody can raise their right hand, we'll swear you in. Do you swear that the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
I just came back to give an update on the 2-week notice y'all gave them to get everything in order, which I did an inspection this morning. Everything appeared to be in order. They were able to produce receipts for all the fees that were needed, and spoke to Mr. Howery, and he said he is ready for the other locations. And I told him I will get with him later this week to get those, because I know Councilman Jackson said give him 30 days to get the rest of them in order.
Thank you. If he has, he said that everything is in order.
Yes, sir. I'm,
You feel free to speak. Don't mess your case up.
hi, this is Imran from Break Time. Thank you very much for everything. Yeah, he's been there, and we have, like, as we promised, we will pay all the taxes, all the dues. We have paid everything, all the taxes. Even I have ABO card for the manager. Even my employees have ABO card. So hopefully next time, whenever he will come, we will be in order every time. So please, we request you that please issue a grant of license, that we are losing a business so much for the Jewella. That's all my request is. Thank you, sir.
All right. Are there any questions from any council member?
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I just appreciate you being a man of your word and getting done everything quickly. So I definitely appreciate that. We have a lot of people that come up here that say they're going to do things, but you actually got it done. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
And also, 8800 is in my district. I'll be by to see y'all. All right. Anyone else?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chair.
Telfair.
Excuse me. As I recall, at the last time we met, there was some concern on a point of contact. Have we definitely established a good point of contact so we don't have to go through this jump through hoops to find somebody that's responsible?
Yes, I have the cell phone of the owner and all managers.
And you verified, you've had personal
Yes.
contact and so forth, so
Yes.
we know it's good?
Yes,
Okay.
as of right now.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Are there any other questions or comments from the council? I'd like to make a motion that this be approved.
Second.
Second by Mr. Talaferro. Are there any questions or comments? If not, push the button.
Sometime.
Yes.
And I guess we just need to make it clear for the record, are we approving that this application is in good standing, or are we overturning the denial? Let's make that motion clear for the record.
What's the recommendation of our law enforcement partners here?
Overturn the denial.
My motion is to overturn the denial.
Second?
Moved by the chair, second by Mr. Talaferro, to overturn the denial. Are there any questions or comments? If not, push the button.
Like this song.
Thank you. If there's nothing else to come before this meeting,
We have another one.
oh, we have another one, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay,
It's in your, also.
I'm sorry.
He said, "The Reverend Harvey, he can get it."
A whole lot of community.
I'm Iman Hajali from GMAX.
Hold on,
8100
hold on
West.
just one
Sorry?
minute. We'll hear from the police department.
Okay.
Swear her in. Would you raise your right hand?
Do you swear the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Denial was issued to GMAX, 8100 Mansfield Road, Shreveport, Louisiana. The application was denied due to multiple reasons in Chapter 10, 103. Gas max permit was denied due to the following reasons. On July 13th, City Council voted to uphold a decision for Mrs. Hajali's application of 6900 Juella. Hajali submitted a permit stating that she had never been denied, also that she was not a permit holder of, an alcohol permit holder of any other location. This was a misstatement of the fact that would have prevented her from obtaining another alcohol license for that location. The permit expired September of 2022, and the business has continued to sell and have alcohol for sale on the premises. GasMax was also discovered to have an undocumented worker, no ID, no work visa, also to be in possession of narcotics and a firearm, working in the store. The business also committed prohibited acts in reference to that following statement.
What was the last couple of things in the store?
They had the clerk did not have any form of identification. There was a firearm under the register along with narcotics. I spoke to her husband. He advised that he had been working there, wasn't sure how long, because he told me that they had just got the store back from somebody, I'm assuming they sublet / interposed, until September or December when he got the store back. And I spoke with the clerk. He said he didn't speak English, didn't have any ID. Also, he was booked, but he did not have a work visa.
So what's the recommendation?
Denied the permit. Denied.
Okay. Okay, madam?
Yes, I'm not usually physically at that store. Like, my husband usually manages it. As for the undocumented worker, he told me that it's someone that works on the floor. He's not like on the book. He just, lets them clean. As for the narcotics and the weapon that he's talking about, the narcotics, it was CBD. I think they were for my husband. He said we don't sell it. It was his. It's for his personal use. The weapon, he told me there was 3 workers that we had let go till they worked till November 30th. And then my husband and his brother came back to work and they started working at the store again. So that weapon, I have no knowledge who it's for. I don't know if it's for the workers that used to work there. There were 3 brothers. And I think they're the ones, when I reapplied for the permit, I put them as the workers there and I have their AO cards. So I'm not sure if it's one of theirs. So it's not, like, I have no clue who the weapon is for.
Was the weapon impounded, or did it?
It's not like
Okay,
ours.
who has the
anyway.
weapon now?
He had the weapon.
Okay, and
It's
nothing came back? I mean, it's latch?
It's been turned into property, and they have to go through the testing and stuff, as far as not.
because my husband has a concealed, like, he has a permit, so
But he
it's
said the
not
weapon
his.
wasn't his.
No.
But it's not stolen that we know of.
It didn't come back stolen. as of
Okay.
now.
I mean, it's not ours.
It's
As-
still processing.
I
Yeah,
have a
the-
question.
sorry.
Corporal Bradley, do you want this denied permanently or for a certain amount of time?
So according to ordinance, I can only deny if a permit is not there. If they already had the permit, I could request for a suspension for a certain amount of time. But with the powers that be, I can only approve or deny. So with these allegations or these incidents or prohibited acts, it falls under the denial.
But based on your recommendation, I know you only can approve or deny. What would be a recommendation if you had the authority to offer some type of suspension?
They
I'll
have,
put you on the spot.
yeah, they've, I guess, because this is not the first time or the council's convened to remove a license from these owners.
It's not the first time?
No, 6976 Juella was the first time.
How long ago was that?
Last year?
Tuesday, July 13th, 2021.
And what was the reason for that?
And what was, oh, sorry.
Law enforcement.
Pretty much the exact same thing. Had a convicted felon with a firearm behind the register, selling alcohol without a permit, and Ms. Ajali had applied when her husband had already had a permit denied.
and what was the result of those findings? In other words, did we?
Did not upheld.
Okay. So I'm sorry, do you still own, does she still, no,
No,
so
sir,
that
I
is
don't.
out of the picture now?
Yeah, I don't own that store
Okay,
anymore.
got it.
And the reason I was late, like, fighting for that, is because, okay, I was under impression, it was like an oversight from because I have a store in Houghton, and that's Bossier, and I usually have till January. So it was an oversight on that's the only reason I was late. Refund, so we had to, they said, okay, you can't renew it, you would have to reapply. So I reapplied, and then they denied it, but it wasn't like, it wasn't intentional, like, it wasn't like, it was just an oversight, me thinking that I had till January, but not. yeah,
Understand.
not.
Okay, so obviously, you know, we don't want to put anybody out of business, but we want to make sure that the businesses adhere to the law.
Yes.
And we definitely want to make every effort, I think, to ensure that all laws and rules are followed. So I guess my question is that is there any redeemable, for lack of a better word, any redeemable aspects to this particular case that will that we can possibly either approve or disapprove to keep this location in business, or any hoops they need to jump through that's going to, you know, satisfy law enforcement, probation, whatever it is?
So kind of like what just happened with break time.
Right.
With this still being in front of y'all, we could come back at a later time to whether y'all make a decision, and then before that time I can check back in to the business.
Okay. So, we'll postpone, how much time?
The most we've, is 6 months. That's pretty much been the
Okay,
the
so
standard.
I guess I want to understand the rules of engagement here is that, okay, within 6 months, what are we hoping to accomplish?
Make sure everything's in order.
Okay,
I'm
so.
guessing it's not so much a compliance, it's just been kind of the track history of what's going on at the,
So the track
first-
record has not
Yes.
been great.
yes.
Okay, and so you hope within 6 months, we're going to
No trouble.
establish a track record?
Or no trouble. This is kind of new, so
I understand.
it's just a suggestion.
I'm just wondering so in 6 months, what are they allowed or not allowed to do?
They won't be able to serve alcohol, period, because they don't have a
and that's the
license.
issue, Councilman Talaferro. Right now, they have been serving alcohol, different from the last person that came up here. They've been selling without a license. So if we do any type of suspension, then that's going to directly impact their revenue stream, because they can't serve during that period to get things in order, then to come back
Correct.
up for approval.
But do they have a track record of doing this?
Yeah, no, I'm just.
You have a
I'm
track
just
record of doing this in
stating
other
stuff for the
stores?
record, yeah.
She
Track
shakes her
record
head
of
no.
doing this in other stores?
Like you said about Joella, and I'm not physically there, so I'm not aware.
No, but I'm asking other stores that you own, that you all own, has there been a track record of this?
Yes, that's why the last business they're on was denied.
Was she a part of that last business?
Yes.
Was she on record, on paper?
Yes.
You said no?
I guess I probably was on there, like, I don't know, like, I'm just the owner, so I'm not physically at the store, so I don't know.
Yeah. But that's not giving us a lot of confidence. If you're the owner, we expect you to be involved and to know, because these are some serious allegations.
Totally understand.
So Mr. Chair, so as the owner, I mean,
Yes.
have you made every attempt to obviously modify, rectify the situations that?
I tried.
Well, I understand you try, but I mean, have
Yes.
people been let go?
Yes, I did let go those 3 workers I told you about. I wasn't feeling they were good for the business, so I told my husband, you go back and manage it, and I want you to be physically there. Because both of us weren't there, and we were both unaware on what's going on there. So
Well, it sounds to me that you obviously need to be a little bit, a
Yes,
lot
more.
more.
Yes.
Hands-on
Yes.
with your employees, because they obviously are your business, and they have the interaction with our law enforcement
Yes.
personnel. And so whatever they do or don't do actually is a direct reflection upon you, and
Yes.
you pay the price
Uh,
in the long run, as well as they do for being unemployed. Obviously, so this location is strictly liquor, or is that the majority of the sales there?
No, it's a convenience store, gas station.
Okay,
We just
okay.
sell
So
beer.
liquor's not your only business?
No, no, sir.
Okay, so you'll survive without the liquor license?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
So, Mr. Bradley, what's your recommendation? 6 months? What's your recommendation?
Yes, sir. That would be to revisit and hopefully no more infractions or any other issues from that location.
But will they still be able to serve liquor during the 6 months?
No, ma'am.
So they're suspended for 6 months?
Yes, ma'am.
And
Well,
that 6
alcohol
months will
permit.
start today, not when the liquor license expired.
The liquor license expired in September of '22.
So the question is, that 6 months will start today.
Yes, or it started since they received their letter on January 20th. But I think I just
wanna
went,
make sure we make the time clear for the
Right.
record as to when that 6 months starts.
Right.
so yeah, that's
6
fine,
months
starting
started
today.
January 20th?
Well, they received a letter that they could not, to reaffirm that their permit had been denied, but they should have stopped selling alcohol back in September of 2022.
Okay, so the question I have is that you did receive that letter, or someone?
I actually went to the ABO, like the police station, and I got the letter from them because I was waiting on it.
Well,
What do you mean?
The one
But
that
somebody
we
received the
sent
letter.
was refused, and then when she came up to the office, we
I did,
issued
yes.
her one. But the one that was sent to the business was
It was refused?
refused.
I got it
I
January
recommend the 6 months starts
3rd.
today.
I went to the police station.
Okay, so
They
you
gave
were completely unaware that this letter even existed, and nobody was forthcoming to say that,
No.
okay.
Thank you.
The
You know,
workers
I
that were
move
there.
that it starts today.
I have a motion from Councilman Jackson. What's your motion, Councilman
I
Jackson?
move that we uphold the police suspension with the minor change that 6 months starts from today.
Second.
Been motioned by Councilman Jackson to accept the Post Department's recommendation, and the 6 months will start today. It was second by Councilwoman
I think the owners have something to say.
Taylor and Bowman. Yes, sir.
Chairman, this was a denial of the permit, so I think if we uphold it, yeah, then they won't be able to apply for, I think it's up to a year. So,
Okay.
okay.
It's to deny the, say it again?
So it's to deny the permit.
It is to deny his motion is to deny the permit.
So there's no 6 months issue here, it's a year before she can reapply. Am I understanding that correctly,
Is
sir?
that right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
So if you postpone the decision today, then it gives them time for us to come back.
We need to take this motion off the table and
Yeah.
reissue it.
I withdraw my motion.
Okay.
But do you want to open the floor back up for discussion? I just want to make sure everybody's comfortable with that.
Yes, sir. Okay. The leaders asked to what we need to do.
Just postpone this decision to deny to a later date, and then we'll check back in, and if they're on the up and up, we can make a decision to overturn the denial from the police department.
I like that.
Okay.
So I move that we postpone the decision to deny for 6 months, starting from today. She would not be allowed to sell alcohol.
Yeah, with the understanding that there is no alcohol to be sold during that period of time, is that correct?
Correct.
And
Motion
if
by
you
the
want to
coun-
set a date, our 6 months dates are August 7th or August 21st.
21st. August 21st.
August 21st, sir.
Moved by Councilman Jackson, second by Councilwoman Bowman and Taylor. Are there any questions or comments? If not, let's push the button. Thank you. If there's nothing else to come before this body, we dismiss.